That's one of my favorite things about this course. This is Pilot House exact strategies. Like, this is it. We've laid everything out. There's nothing that we haven't put into this. It's what we do with every single client, how we train every single media buyer that comes through. We've opened up the agency curtain, and we're handing out our playbook now, which is really, really exciting. We are not a guru course. We are the anti-guru course, Scale School. Instead, everything that is in this course has been proven by over 115 different media buyers, different creatives, graphic designers. Also, too, there's decades of experience in this course. Pilot House was born from the affiliate marketing world.
OrderGroove's subscription platform enables merchants to rapidly scale recurring revenue, deliver a superior subscriber experience, and maximize subscriber lifetime value. Leading merchants utilize OrderGroove's powerful tools, promotions, and AI-powered personalization to drive subscriber enrollment, optimize subscriber retention, and increase average order value. Visit ordergroove.com/DTC to request a complimentary audit of your existing or future subscription program. Hello and welcome to All Killer No Filler. I'm Eric Dick. It is Wednesday today, and I'm here with Raven Dixon, who happens to be the head of growth at D2C Newsletter and Podcast. We're going to do a little bit of a background on Raven to get to know her a little bit, what she brings to the D2C team. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what we have been working on, what she's been working on doggedly for months now in order to release D2C's first ever comprehensive course on Facebook and Instagram marketing called Scale School for Facebook and Instagram. Welcome to All Killer No Filler, Raven. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Eric. How about yourself?
Very well. Why don't we start with your background a little bit? Tell us a little bit about what brought you into the world of high performance media buying.
Yeah, definitely. I did my degree in marketing and immediately fell in love with it. I loved everything to do with the marketing space. I love the ability to help people be able to achieve their dreams. You see so many business owners who have a great product, but they don't have somebody steering the ship in the right way. And I love being able to kind of add that value. It's interesting when I was in school because they don't teach you enough about the digital space. And that is a huge, unfortunate thing in the university and college area right now if you do marketing. And so when I left, I got really lucky to jump right into digital marketing and instantly fell in love with it. And I was able to, work with Pilot House for the last few years before shifting over to DTC. And yeah, it's been a really exciting couple of years in the performance marketing space.
Nice. Yeah, we can go back and chat about it a little. Like with D2C, when we first started, we were doing the newsletter, we were doing the podcast. We always knew we wanted to add an education component. And we approached it first with this idea of building a community, doing monthly workshops, focusing in on monthly workshops. And I know, this was right around the time that we actually brought you onto the team as the head of growth. We were sort of having the realization that we weren't really able to get to the depth that we wanted and needed to be able to get to in order to give people the best opportunity of succeeding at these platforms.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Our webinars were great. They were an hour long and we got through as much as we possibly could. But what we realized is we just have so much knowledge to share. And really what it came down to is people were always asking more. We were getting so much positive feedback and so many questions. And that's when we realized we can make a way bigger splash in the community and help way more people in the digital marketing space by putting together these high ticket courses. So we've done webinars, smaller 1 hour ones on, Facebook and Instagram ads. This course is 6.5 hours, and that's just the video content alone. So you can imagine in this, we were able to dive so much further, and we're just able to teach so much more throughout it.
Nice. Let's talk about the course a little bit. You mentioned the length. I think it's 26 videos at this point. It's also possible that there will be a few more added as we kind of go through this warm launch phase. We should mention also, this course currently is actually only launched to D2C subscribers and D2C podcast listeners. If you want to know more about the course, we're going to talk about it a little bit more, but you can go to d2cnews.link/scale school, and we'll make sure that is where you can find this particular course. Talk a little bit about how we thought, set out to kind of build this course, why we wanted it to be different from maybe what was out there.
Definitely. So I think when the idea of the course first came to light, it was really we knew that there was a ton of demand for it. People were asking us for it. People trust and love DTC. And everybody was saying, when are you guys going to put everything together and start entering the course world? So for us, it was really the supply or the demand was there. So we said, okay, let's make the supply. What we've done different than any other course on the market is we don't just talk about Facebook and Instagram ads. We take users on a full journey by starting in the foundation. What do you need to do before you even open up Ads Manager? What is the work that you need to do to understand your customer, to understand your market, to understand your brand? Then we take you through creative. Then we take you through audience and testing and the pilot house proven method, or the pilot test, as we like to call it. That will find you, angles, headline testing, copy testing. We dive into page testing. From there, we move into strategies for scale, which has 7 strategies all broken out to help take your account to the next level. There is hidden revenue in your ad accounts right now that you have not seen yet. So by unlocking these kind of 7 strategies, that really helps there. And then from there, we really take users through how to build a powerhouse marketing team. So how do you align your internal and external teams? What do you look for? When should you hire an agency? What type of questions should you be asking them, and should they be asking you? So we really, we focused on taking users on a journey, and there is no course on this market that touches everything to the depth that we do. There's lots of courses out there that are great that focus on Facebook and Instagram ads, but they don't touch on creative. They don't touch on what you need to do to hire an agency. When should you hire an agency? So that was our biggest focus when we built this. And, we spent months drafting out the content. This was not something that, we put together in a couple of weeks. We really wanted to take users on that full spectrum journey through media buying.
And really, it's all like the fact of the matter is, it's also what Pilot House is going to use to be training their media buyers. They're hiring. The growth rate at Pilot House has been absolutely insane over this past year. And the fact that we didn't have this training manual, I just think for dropping new employees in, there's going to be no better way to like immerse them, get them fully up to speed with the way that we think about things, the way that we do things than this course. And the fact that like anyone who's not a Pilot House employee can access that is something that I'm really excited to be able to offer to people. I was thinking about it. I'm like, there's probably a lot of things in this course that over the past year and a half, we've written about in the newsletter, but you'd have to go back, find every newsletter, put it all into one place, and it still wouldn't cover, half the material that's in this course. It's just, I think, a really good sort of concentrated way to understand the entire holistic, 360-degree process that we take clients through on the Pilot House side in order to help them scale.
Exactly. And that's one of my favorite things about this course. This is our Pilot House exact strategies. Like, this is it. We've laid everything out. There's nothing that we haven't put into this. It's what we do with every single client, how we train every single media buyer that comes through. We've opened up the agency curtain, and we're handing out our playbook now, which is really, really exciting.
So I think about the people in our audience, and we have a ton of brand owners, a ton of people who work at brands. Then we also have a ton of people that work at agencies and people that own agencies. To me, if you're out there and if you run an agency, you're working at an agency, it's kind of like a no-brainer investment in some ways, I feel like, just because it really is a sort of copy and paste type system where even if you don't take the whole thing, if you're running an agency at scale, there's going to be aspects in the course that can be really game changing for you. And I think the same is true on that brand side. We've already had a number of the brands who've kind of been on the podcast come sniffing around, looking for D2C, D2C handouts for past podcast guests. It happens occasionally, but really the deal that we're offering right now, which is, I think it might be the world's first reverse Black Friday sale. I don't know. I did Google, I saw some other things that were trying to do reverse Black Friday sales. But if you are curious and you want to know more about this, you go to d2cnews.link/scale school, and you'll see that we're actually running a reverse Black Friday sale, which means that the price actually gets more expensive the longer you wait to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So if you're buying it right now, you can actually save 50% on the course, which will eventually be $1,995. Right now, it's $995. This will not be lasting for any longer than past Monday at noon, when the price goes up $250. And then every week, the price goes up $250 again until its final price of $1995. So if you're thinking about this course, if you're thinking about investing in it for your team, yourself, or for peers in your organization or your industry, the best bet is to get it as soon as possible, because that's when you're going to save the most.
Exactly. And that's one of the beautiful things about this course as well, Eric. I think you said it really well, is there's something for everybody in this. Whether you're a brand owner, you're going to learn tons about your business, how we look at your business, how an agency looks at it, how an agency looks at your market. But also too, if you are a media buyer who maybe already has a strong skill set, we teach you the pilot test, which is our kind of testing structure for everything. That is a cut and copy strategy. Along with the almost 7 hours of video content, we have a 130-page workbook that we provide as well, with worksheets throughout to help you kind of keep organized while you're going through this, and screenshots. We are live in ad accounts in almost every single video. Like there is something for everybody in this course. And whether you are a brand owner, and you're just trying to learn more about your business, and maybe you're running ads yourself, you're just diving into the game, or you're experienced, everybody can take this pilot test and use it and make money with it. And that's what you want to do at the end of the day. It's a good investment in your future.
This podcast is sponsored by Klaviyo, the email and text marketing platform that puts D2C brands in control. If you're the leader of a D2C brand, you need a platform that hustles as hard as you do. Klaviyo unlocks the power of your e-commerce data so you can personalize and automate messages that keep customers coming back. D2C brands communicate with Klaviyo. Get started for free at klaviyo.com/DTC. Nice. Well, let's talk a little bit. One of the things that we've broken the mold with this course in a couple ways. One of them, I've been in the info space for a while now, and almost every course you see out there is from a guru. It's from one person who is, if you're lucky, that person is also a practitioner. If you're lucky, that one person that you're learning from is actively scaling e-commerce brands. And that's if you're lucky. Whereas with us, every single person who contributed to this course is not a guru. They're, in selling this course, we found a fun way to kind of bring everyone in and give everyone skin in the game who actually participates in the course, which I'm really excited about. But ultimately, you're not learning from a guru who's trying to productize their knowledge to make a buck. It really just has a different perspective where we're bringing together these high level media buyers and creatives, getting them to share what they're currently doing day in, day out, without fail. And I just think it has a better vibe. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. We are not a guru course. We are the anti-guru course, Scale School. Instead, everything that is in this course has been proven by over 115 different media buyers, different creatives, graphic designers. Also too, there's decades of experience in this course. Pilot House was born from the affiliate marketing world. And, all of the expertise from all of our top level executives. I mean, our owners are in Scale School. Like there's no better people to learn from than those guys as well. And it's really a combination of everybody's knowledge. And we've, met and got together many, many times, say which strategy is the most important to make sure that we really can cover everything for the students and for those who purchase the course. Yeah, we're definitely not a guru course, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Nice. And the last thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is this lead magnet we're preparing, because this is something that I just think is a real value add that we're actually filming. It'll be filming just this week, even. It'll be added to the course in real time. And then it'll also be used kind of as our lead magnet for our cold traffic funnel. But what we did is we got together our three sort of lead media buyers, our senior most media buyers. And what we had them do is sort of walk us through their exact day in the life of them. So it starts with 8:30, and at 8:30, which things are they looking at in their Facebook and Instagram ad campaigns in order to make decisions, in order to optimize for the day. And this goes sort of segment by segment where we give at different time frames exactly what these media buyers are looking at, what information they're cross-referencing on Google Analytics in order to be sure about the moves that they're making. And I think kind of in this world where we have a lot of media buyers who are less have been kind of thrown into chaos about, how to spend their time, how to get the greatest return on these platforms. I think this sort of like guide that literally walks you through hour by hour what kind of things you should be looking at and the kinds of things you should be thinking about for your campaigns will just be enormously helpful.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm so excited about this new piece of content that we're adding onto Scale School. It's really, really important as well to identify with this course that everything that we put into it is all post iOS 14.5. We have all the instructions that you need to be successful in the post iOS 14.5 world. And that includes this kind of almost video diary, a day in the life of a high level media buyer. These guys are going to show you, they're going to show you in Facebook, and then they're going to go over to Google Analytics, and they're going to say, okay, what is my attribution? What is my spend efficiency? What am I actually looking at here? Because right now, a lot of media buyers are looking at Facebook and they're just kind of going, oh, like, I don't really know what's happening anymore. And these guys are going to show you exactly how to solve all of those problems.
I love it. And, our audience is decidedly, B2B. Like our audience, really are people who are practitioners, who are up and running. I think that's a big bit of a difference with our course. I think most courses are geared towards, here's how you make money online. Really, it's like, here's how you spin it up and make money online. And a lot of those courses end up being fly by night. They end up promoting a lot of fly by night type businesses. I think the difference with what we're trying to do, as this, established agency that's put together this sort of method for scaling, is to kind of really share it out there with other brands and other agencies to kind of move the whole industry forward. It's less about get rich quick and more about like build an amazing company with what we're trying to teach here.
Exactly. Scale School is not a get rich quick scheme for anybody taking the course. We are here to build the foundation in your ad account. That way you can scale successfully long term. And that's this structure that we teach through Scale School can't just be used once. It can be used twice, 3 times, 4 times. Whether you're a brand new ad account that's never touched Facebook before, or you're an ad account that's spending $1 million a month, it doesn't matter. This framework's going to work for both. And it really teaches you the fundamentals. And I think that's the key. We're not giving you, one little strategy and saying, okay, do this. It'll work for a little while and then it won't. No, we're giving you the full spectrum of strategies. And yeah, it's definitely not that get rich quick scheme.
It's funny. I have friends who've made careers off individual tactics. And, in the day, surfing and ninja method and these different kind of media buying things. And you don't get by on tactics anymore. You don't get by on individual levers that you can pull and individual things. All of those things can help. And all of those things are in the course. But I think, what we've talked about as this being a holistic 360-degree system, it really is something that requires probably all steps. So even in module 1, even if you've already done your customer avatar stuff, even if you've kind of gone through some of the exercises that we go through within module 1, we always recommend that people kind of look at it with fresh eyes. I was just talking with the founder of Vessi, talking about how his mission has changed throughout the years. So even if there are things that are maybe repeated to you in the course, I think there's always value in hearing about them from our perspective and hearing about, and then thinking about how you can take action, while you're taking the course. Because that's, I think, one other final aspect that we might want to talk about is just how the course is really geared towards transformation. The way it is sort of, it requests of you that you in the workbook actually write down a little bit about your avatars, that talk about your customer research. Can you talk a little bit about how the course is oriented for action takers?
Definitely. So at the end of every video, we have action items for you to complete, and those correlate directly with the workbook. So there's tons of different worksheets, and we give you lots of examples. So one thing, Eric, that you mentioned is we do have users create customer avatars. Your customer avatar will save you a ton of money. If you can go from talking to nobody to talking to somebody. I dive all that into the course, so I'll leave that topic there. But what we do as well is we provide you with a DTC example of a customer avatar, and there's worksheets for you to build all of those. So what we really want to focus on in that kind of beginning module is getting you out of Ads Manager and kind of focusing on who is my audience and how do I find them.
Nice. Well, I'm pretty pumped for Scale School. Scale School would be tough to say if you have a lisp. I love the brand, but I feel sorry for any of our listeners out there with speech impediments. Regardless of your speech situation, you've got to go to d2cnews.link/scale school right now. This will go out on Saturday, which will mean that you will have just a couple more days to get the full reverse Black Friday deal of $9.90. It's $9.99 or $9.95. I think it might be $9.95. $9.95 for $9.95, 50% off. Make the choice now. If you need to, email Raven at directtoconsumer.co or Eric at directtoconsumer.co. If you need like a letter for like why you need to buy this and you need to give it to your boss, you could always email us and we'll give you a letter as to why you absolutely need to have this in your organization. But I really hope a couple people take us up on it. And I look forward to continuing to work with you on this whole education front. I know it's early. What's your, it's something we probably have to talk about a little bit more, but I'm curious, like, what's your sort of overall vision for the education side of D2C potentially?
We are just getting started. We've gotten so much positive feedback already from Scale School, which is really, really great because we're really in our first couple of days of our launch here. And, again, we built this course because there was the demand for it. So Scale School, you will be hearing a lot more of. We may be diving into maybe Amazon, a little bit of Google, a little bit of TikTok. Definitely stay tuned in the months to come because we've got big plans.
If you're ready to access the proven performance marketing blueprint that scales your brand post iOS 14.5, if you're looking for the Facebook marketing system that's driven over $50 million in value for Pilot House's clients in just the last 6 months, then you are looking for Scale School, Facebook and Instagram ads made by D2C in partnership with Pilot House. You can go to d2cnews.link/Scale School right now to access the course for a $1,000 discount this week only. Thanks so much for listening to today's episode. If you're not a subscriber to our newsletter, you can do that right now at direct-to-consumer, all one word, .co. I'm Eric Dick, and this has been the D2C Podcast. We'll see you next time.